Welcome to Lexington, where the sun shines bright literally and figuratively on their old Kentucky home, and the Big Blue Nation ready to get behind these Wildcats in this one. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see the number 21 team in the country, the SMU Mustangs, taking on a team from the SEC, the Kentucky Wildcats. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Mustangs will boot it away to start the game. He'll call for the fair catch here. Offense set on first down. To the ground with the back. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking downfield, it's Vandergriff. Little too much juice on that one from the junior.
Man, as a quarterback, you got to be careful. He's lucky there. If you miss high throwing over the middle of the field, oftentimes that results in interception. So lucky that ball was incomplete.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. And they'll spot it at the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit, too, for the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
The Wildcats will snap it on 1st and 10. He wants to throw. And they got him for the sack.
Well, the offense trying to stay aggressive, right? You just came up with a huge play, and right away you go back to another pass, but you got to do a better job protecting your quarterback. Can't give up a sack there.
The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long 2nd down. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Got it in the middle, it's key. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks. 3rd and 1, everyone knows it's coming, but the quarterback sneak is so hard to stop. They just got to get 1 yard. Nice job by the offensive line.
Well, a really good push by his center on that last play, making it easy for his quarterback to just tuck the football, belly it, get low, and drive your legs.
They'll try the run. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
First down, physicality runs football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it, And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
He'll take a shot. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky!
And I think in the pre-snap, I think both of these guys were on the same page. They had a look defensively that let them know we can pitch this thing way down the field. I'm going to go run under it and make a big play.
Yeah, when I'm a receiver, I'm like, I'm open, right? I'm going straight down the field, throw me the football. I got the speed. I can beat this guy. You can tell they've done that so much in practice. They knew it was second nature, and they executed it perfectly.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Here comes the offense on first down. Looking to move it through the air. Gets rid of it. He's got an open man. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. The Mustangs are in the hurry-up. Looking to go up top on first down. That's caught. It's Bailey. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Mark down at the 42. That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Kentucky 7, SMU 0.
New set of downs after that completion. The give is to Smith. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create second and short, third and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
They've got it inside the 30 at the 28. First down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He showed it all there. A little elusiveness, a little power, and he's got the first down.
Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back. And I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Pulled down after a pickup of 5. They'll mark it at the 8.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. The clock has reached the 2-minute mark, and they have a chance to at least cut into this lead before the break. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Leaves it with the running back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Listen, I know there are a lot of DBs out there that all they want to do is get interceptions and dance in the end zone. This dude likes to put his face in the fan, get close to the line of scrimmage, and tackle. And on the opening drive that he's out there, he gets a huge tackle for loss early. That is a statement play.
On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. He makes a catch in the end zone. Touchdown, SMU.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. We trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
And he tacks on the extra point. After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Kentucky sends the offense back out onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Well, you're making a positive out of a negative. And that time, quarterback, nice job, buying time. He's trying to throw the football downfield. Nothing there, so instead of throwing it away and getting the incomplete, just get what you can get and make this next down more manageable.
This offense has a second down play. The give to the tailback. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
Timeout called here by the defense. It's their first of the half. Here on third down, will they go back to the running game? Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Back to throw, it's Vandergriff. It's complete on the right side. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Wants to throw on first down. Fires to the tight end. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Well, this tight end, he's got size and he's got some athleticism, and he's very difficult to cover one-on-one. Defense is going to have their hands full with him today.
That last completion sets him up on second down. He's looking to throw. Finds the tight end. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
Love the individual effort by the wide receiver after the catch, making people miss, showing you the speed. Now he set up his offense down in the red zone.
Kentucky back at it with a fresh set of downs. Now from inside the red zone. Grabbed in the middle. It's key. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half.
Timeout, Kentucky.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And the Wildcats trying to cash it in on first and goal. Back to pass, it's Vandergriff. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Kentucky!
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. He brought that thing out of the end zone with the idea of making a play, but he didn't even get back to the 25.
First and 10.
Clock sits at 13 seconds to play in the first half. They'll have to be very efficient as they take over 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Unloads to the wideout. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left. And the Mustangs will hustle to the line. They'll go back to the air on 2nd down. Time to take a shot. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left. Just enough time for one final play of the half. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Gonna take a shot. Pass is incomplete, and that's gonna do it for the first half.
That's the end of the first half. With the score, Kentucky 14, SMU 7.
Kentucky will boot it deep to get the second half underway. Fielded in the end zone, it's Smith. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14.
First and 10.
The Mustangs have the ball back and ready to go to work. They start this 3rd quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
There's an example of the offense taking advantage of all the attention the defense is giving this outstanding running back. Remember, he's one of the best in the game. They're expecting him to get the football, so the quarterback says, you know what? I'll just keep it. No one's keying on me. I'm going to get upfield and find an explosive play.
Back to pass, it's Jennings. Makes the grab down the middle.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. They'll go to the ground. And they're able to get a 3rd down stop here. See if they go for it on 4th.
I never know if it's grammatically correct to say a team is being out-physicaled. You hear it a lot in football, though. That's happening in this game. They are just not getting the push they need all game long up front to have any success when they decide to run it.
I don't know if this is the time for this type of risk. Offense going for it inside its own 40. On 4th down, trying to find his man. Makes a grab enough for the first. And they finally get him to the ground. An easy conversion for this offense. Defense not exactly the perfect 4th down call there. The Mustangs are marching down the field. Smith takes the handoff. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Tackle is made at the 37-yard line. Brings up second down.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Dropping back, it's Jennings. Fires to the big fella. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. And the Mustangs moving quickly to the line. On 3rd down, going up top. Fires on the move. Got a wide open receiver. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal.
And as a defense, you have to be aware, just because this guy lines up all the way to the right, that doesn't mean he's going to run routes all the way across your face. They lost track of him, and because of that, it was a big explosive play.
The Mustangs are threatening on 1st and goal. He'll do it himself. And he sprints to the end zone. Touchdown, Mustangs! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. The offense lining up for a 1st down play. Linebackers moving, trying to confuse the quarterback. He's going to pass. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. No sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. And after 3, the game is tied.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. To the air, it's Vandergriff. Finds his tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a 1st down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
Got his man quickly. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a 1st down. And the Wildcats come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Handoff to the lone back. They'll get him stopped at the 45, but it's a big 15-yard pickup and a 1st down.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
Quick pass on the jet motion. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks.
Well, in that down and distance, you're probably expecting them to throw it way down the field to get the first. Instead, they go push pass, and they did catch the defense off guard. And even though that was a big explosive play, David, they still didn't have enough yards to get it.
Well, and catch me off guard is relative. That's what you would say, the offensive player. I would say, listen, we're playing a little bit deeper because we're not going to give up the first down. We react to the short stuff, and obviously that's a quick, easy pass from the offense. Rally up, make the play, live to fight another down.
Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
Wide receiver shows motion. They'll give it to him again. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
6-yard pickup on first down leaves them with 2nd and 4. Off the play fake. Firing to the right, complete. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Nice job, defense. You always hear people talk about tackling the catch. You saw it right there. There was nowhere for that receiver to go once he had possession. As a result, no gain.
Quarterback checking off. Running to the left. And they did not let him reach the line to gain. It'll bring up a decision here. Timeout is called by the defense, and 12 seconds remain in the football game. And now on 4th down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. It is perfect. They have taken the lead in the final seconds, guys, and the celebration has erupted on the sideline.
It is a nerve-wracking feeling as a football player when the game comes down to your kicker, and he has to come through, and Palmer, he comes through with flying colors.
And you know in college football, no field goal is automatic, but there's no college kicker situation here. He drills that right through the uprights, and David, it looks like his team's getting the dub.
He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And the pass hits, picked off. He'll try to take it back. And a tremendous way for this defense to finish. The interception as the clock reaches 0. I know a lot of people thought this was going to be a blowout, but this